It's time for the Nicole Barrett Show, a fresh, bold, and entertaining perspective on hot topics, politics, and health issues. Let's put our hands together for the one and only Nicole Barrett.
And that's me. Happy Sunday night. We are live in Victory Park, and we are also live on Facebook. Go to the Nicole Barrett Show Facebook page, and you can follow along with us, except when I get on the phone interview, because you won't be able to hear the phone interview. But what you will hear live in studio with me tonight, Marie Reyes from Real Housewives of Dallas. Hi, Marie.
Hi, Nicole. Thank you so much.
Wave to the world.
Hi, Facebook.
We are so happy to have you.
Thank you so much for inviting me tonight.
Honey, you have so much to talk about. I really have. First of all, we have to talk about the skincare line, okay?
Yes.
But we also have to throw in that tonight is Real Housewives of Dallas reunion. Oh, my goodness.
It is. Let the games begin.
I'm telling you. So hopefully maybe you can clue us into a few things that we may miss tonight. We're going to do things a little bit out of order. You may not be able to see one member of the team on camera right now because, once again, he's operating the camera. David Francis Cook is in studio. Wave your hand, David.
Yeah, your talks buddy's here.
Okay. Please let us know if you can hear us, okay? Can you hear me on Facebook? Because you know I've had some problems with that in the past, okay? So if you can hear me, send me some likes, honey. Let me know that you are with us. Okay, but anyway, what we're going to do tonight is instead of starting off with hot topics, we are going to start off with Maria, okay? And we're going to find out everything that Marie.
It's okay.
Marie.
All the time,
I know.
My whole life.
And you know what? I kept saying Maria, and then when I started following you on Twitter and social media, I was like, it's Marie. I have to make my mind say that.
It happens all the time.
Okay.
Sometimes I get Renee, which makes absolutely no sense at all, but it's happened my entire life.
Girl,
so.
make people call you by your rightful name.
I try. I just, I let them know that I, don't think Marie and Renee sound anything alike, but for some reason in people's brains, across my lifetime, people have consistently confused me with a Renee. So there you have it.
Well, you definitely look like a Marie. Okay,
Thank you.
I like you as Marie. Okay, Marie, is going to fill us in on a few things that's going on with her. Let's start off with. Oh, we're going to do hot topics later on in the show, guys, so don't worry about that. Let me tell you what tonight's hot topic is. Now, I'm sure you heard, because I was there and I followed it on my Facebook thread, the Trump rally this week in Dallas, and your girl was there.
Wow.
I was there. I was right outside. And see, no offense to Mr. Trump, okay, because believe it or not, I have nothing against that man, except I have nothing against that man. Anyway, I decided that I needed to be outside of the venue and see what the people were saying, because it's one thing to hear him speak, and we hear him speak every day on CNN. Thank you, CNN, for all that free press you're giving him. He can't buy the advertisement he's getting just from the news. But anywho, we've heard so much from him. So I went out there and I spoke to the people, and there was nothing like it, Marie. There was nothing like it. I mean, I was speaking from all types of people, from all walks of life, all nationalities, all ethnicities, all religions. It was really, really uplifting, really, to see so many people who are, number one, concerned about this great democratic process, and number two, who are actively out there and willing to share their opinions, and they all have very valid opinions. So tonight's hot topic, callers, if you want to call in and comment your feelings on Trump in Dallas, I'm sure you heard, or if you were there, call me and let me know. Or if you have, I have to shout this out, Maria. If you have a question about Real Housewives of Dallas, go ahead and call in with that too. Okay, question or comment, go ahead and call in 1-888-787-5543. Call us with your question or comment. Just keep it clean. Okay, now, Marie.
Yes.
First of all, you are absolutely gorgeous.
Thank you.
Okay, can we just get that out of the way? You are absolutely gorgeous. And I see now why. I see that is what you are. That is pretty much
my skincare. Yes.
Yes, your career path now. I mean, but you've made something out of it. So tell me how does that develop? What is your professional background right
Nursing, yes.
Nursing,
yes, yeah, I'm a
wonderful.
registered nurse. I got my bachelor's in nursing in 1992. I guess that just aged me, didn't it? I've been a nurse almost 25 years.
That's okay. They start young.
That's right. Yes, I was 12. we, we learned about all kinds of things, but I didn't really find a lot of the typical things in nursing as interesting for me. I really had a few of the specialties that I liked and enjoyed, and dermatology was one of them. That there just aren't very many dermatology nurses. So I worked actually as a psychiatric nurse for a number of years when I first got out of school, and then I went back to modeling, and I did that for a number of years. And while I was modeling, I got my first Botox treatment.
Wow.
And it was kind of an eye-opening revelation, kind of the room filled with light sort of moment. It's kind of sad. I was like, oh my gosh, where have you been all my life? I was all the creams, all the things I'd done over the years, and nothing did what Botox did in like 3 days. So I was hooked at that point, and I was already a nurse, so I immediately wanted to learn more and, get trained and certified to do injections. And that was about 15 years ago. And I opened the Dallas office clinic of Skin Spa Med 12 and a half years ago. My Colleyville location is a little over 3.5 years old. So we have two, one for Tarrant County, one for Dallas County. And we specialize primarily in lasers and, of course, Botox and dermal fillers. So I do the injectables, and I have a lovely medical director, Dr. Kevin Light, who is a cosmetic surgeon. He doesn't operate in the building with us, but he's been my medical director for over 12 years. And we also sell the professional skincare, which for years and years and years, I've been cherry picking these products from other brands because I liked this product for one thing and I liked another company's product for another. And a couple years ago, I decided this is silly. I wanted to do it my whole life. I'm just going to go through the trouble of actually formulating the things that I know I want in the products. So I have this Rags to Riches line, and that's what kind of brought it all about. I was tired of picking from all these different places to get what I wanted. And I was getting about 80 to 90% of what I wanted, but not 100% of what I wanted. So I spent about 2 years developing these, and it's an interesting series of products because the Rags to Riches, the Rags is an acronym. So the R is for retinol, the A is for antioxidant, the G is growth factor peptide, and the S is sunscreen, of course. So those are the 4 things that everybody needs every day to have beautiful skin, and keep it simple.
That is so clever.
Yeah, keep it simple.
Okay, very clever. And now, when did the line debut?
Actually, we just had our launch party the Thursday before last. So just a little over a week ago.
Okay, so it's officially out.
Yes.
How long does it take to put that together? I mean, once you meet, I'm sure you have to go through a process. You have to meet with chemists and design. And
almost
patents.
2 years. It was a labor of love, but it was fun. I enjoyed it.
Wow.
Yeah, I really enjoyed it. I mean, occasionally something would happen and they'd be like, we just can't do that, for whatever reason, either the molecule or the combination. Like, for instance, sunscreen is regulated by the FDA, so there are a lot of very, very specific rules about sunscreen. So anyway, I learned a lot, and it was a lot of fun, but boy, it did take a lot longer than I thought it would.
Wow. Well, it pays off. Hard work pays off.
Absolutely.
So there's no doubt about that. Now, is that what you're doing full time now?
I've been working at my clinic, both of them, Dallas and Colleyville, for 12 years, a little over 12 years full time. So yes, I do injections, Monday, Wednesday, Friday in Dallas, Tuesdays in Colleyville. So
would you like to plug your clinic on where they could find you?
Absolutely, skinspalmed.com.
Okay,
yes, definitely. If you haven't heard of us, look us up.
There you go. And
there.
will your skincare products be available in the clinic?
They are. They are available on the shelf at both the Colleyville location and the Dallas location, and then they're available if you go to mariereyes.com or if you go to skinspalmed.com. There is a shopping cart on either one if you would prefer to have them shipped. So yeah, located on both, and of course you can always stop by and just purchase.
There you go.
Yeah.
How's the response been so far?
Wonderful. Oh my gosh. We did actual clinical before and after photos on the Visia camera. It's one of those really high-tech cameras that people are terrified when they see it because you have like a look below your skin. So you get to measure the size of your pores, the depth of your wrinkles, all these things. We just got our second before and after result on the clinical improvements, and it's been absolutely amazing. So we're really, really excited. I have about 15 more people to get the after photos on, and then we'll have, be able to put the statistics together, so we'll actually know on average how much percentile things changed. So but right now it's really exciting.
I bet it is. Okay, well, I'm looking forward to my sample kit.
Absolutely.
Okay. I'm really, really excited for you. It sounds great. I attended
you.
I attended the launch party, and it looked great. the product was presented well. It seems that it's been thoroughly tested and, all those things that are really important to us. But also, you should have seen the buffet. Okay? The catering, Texas Day Brazil, showed out, used Texas Day Brazil. Okay? They know how to cater. Okay, that was a great reception.
Thank
that really,
you.
really was. So you get 5 stars on that. No doubt. Okay, well, we're going to take a quick break because when we come back, I do want to, well, you know what? I better do this before we go to break because I don't want to leave the audience all in suspense. Okay. Marie is a real housewife of Dallas. Okay, I'm sure you've heard of the show. You've seen the show. Tonight just happens to be the reunion night. Marie, tell us about your experience as a real housewife of Dallas.
I don't know if we have that much time, Nicole.
Well, let me ask you this. Was it an experience?
We could be here till midnight.
Was it what you expected?
Some parts of it were, and some things were completely unexpected. So aspects of it were, spot on, and then other things I completely, wasn't prepared for or didn't even think about. So yeah, a little bit of both.
What happened on the show that just completely, totally caught you off guard?
How absolutely non-scripted and real everything is. I think a lot of people are very shocked to hear that. They really don't tell us anything. They kind of just, we have a restaurant that we're going to be at, and then we get there, and then everything else that they happen to catch is what editing is then done after. I mean, it really wasn't. I expected, I think, a little bit more structure, and it wasn't structured at all, other than, like I said, the call times and where to be. But yeah, none of it was structured, and I guess it was just a misconception I had. I thought things would be a little bit more structured, not quite as free-flowing as they were. So anyway, kudos to Goodbye Pictures for doing that. And, also bravo. I mean, they've got a winner, with the Housewives franchise, and they know how to do it. Let's face it. They're good.
Now, there were a couple of, you had a couple of little, I guess, a little bit of conflict this season.
Drama.
One thing really stuck out, girl. I just have to tell you this. Now, you know better than to text message, right? You know better than to put things in text, right? I mean, I said to myself, now that's got to be a setup. That has to be a plot line here, because I know good and well this girl did not put that in a text
They
message.
were all loving, though. When you go back and read them, every one of them was strictly to that night, to what happened, and because there was loving concern about what was going on. And from my point of view, I thought I was talking to another person who was also a very close, dear friend of this person. And we both had been saying those same things before we left. Unfortunately, I didn't get to hear she got to hear her stuff live, out in the street. I didn't get that. I got in my Uber and looked down and went, oh my. Like, I had all the same things that had been said to her in front of her face, like on camera, were said to me. So I had that processing for me was like a step, it was several steps behind,
right,
what had happened live. So, yeah, there were several messages going out to both of those people that night. Out of concern, trying to figure out where, one person was. And then the other one, kind of like, we can't condone this behavior. I know this isn't what she wants to be known for. How can we, find a way to not have this happen again? Or what should we do to support, some better choices next time, or, things like that. So I think the thing that made it more dramatic was A, I wasn't expecting it, and B, the other castmate removed all of her responses out of it before she showed them. So,
girl, aren't you hip to that yet? That's what I was gonna tell you.
Yeah, so she took all her answers, but that's
Marie.
I have the originals, so I mean, obviously, we released them. The Dallas
I hope you
Observer
took them
released
to the
them.
reunion.
Oh no, I didn't need to. They'd already all been released.
Okay.
I mean, and all the other cast had already read them. So I mean, everybody had already seen the conversation going back and forth.
Oh, I didn't see this reunion.
It just looked as if it was only one-sided when it was presented at that moment.
But I thought that was hilarious.
Well, wouldn't have been the word I would have used to describe it.
Oh yes, I know. I'm sorry. I know.
But you're right. Lesson learned. My husband gets on me all the time. He's like, "Stop! Just stop talking. Just pick up the phone and call somebody." I'm like, "Yeah, I know. It's weird. I don't know what it
but
is."
But then you have call recorder. Okay, so this is what you need to do.
I was like,
download.
Be careful. That'll get you in trouble too.
You got Charlie's Angel right here. Okay, you need to download the call recorder app.
Okay.
Because people will lie, Marie. People will lie about what they said. I never said that. What? Who? Me? No. What? Boom, call recorder. And see, I learned that from the girl who recorded Donald Sterling. I know everyone jumps on that girl. Well, she was pretty low down for doing that. But if you look at the big scheme of things, the big picture, how many times have we been in a situation where we know good and well someone said something,
Right.
and they will stand there and deny,
Correct.
and then we look like the idiot. We look like the liar. So really and truly, I see why some of you get recorded, because you lie too much. So if you just owned up to what you said, yes, I said that. Now what? If you just did that, then it wouldn't be need. These call recorder people wouldn't be getting rich.
Absolutely.
Okay,
All right.
I sure did.
Note to self, call recorder.
Absolutely, because I most certainly downloaded the app. Okay, now, Marie, thank you so much, okay, for coming on, because I think you are absolutely adorable. You look great
Thank
on camera
you.
and off. Where do things stand with you and the castmate now, or with the other castmates? Y'all speaking?
Well, with two of them, no. No, I'm not friends with two of the girls, but I am
Which
friends.
show? You can tell us, girl. Most of the people saw the show.
Absolutely. I'm currently not friends with Leanne or Tiffany, but I am quite good friends now with Brandy, Stephanie, and Carrie. So God works in mysterious ways.
That's how you get a second season. Right?
It's just it's nothing that I would have ever expected, and quite honestly, it's been very, very sad. Like I've had a year now to process things, but in hindsight, it's just overwhelmingly the end of the story is like there were things that happened that I think were just misled, and feelings got hurt. Obviously, everything's more intense when you've got the cameras there, and they say you go through in 3 months of filming, you go through about a 2-year span of friendship. So things happen so much faster. And there was a lot of alcohol flowing. So, a lot of times.
But were you all genuine friends prior to the show?
Leanne and I were. We've known each other for 20 years. We modeled on a contract job for 11 years and traveled together.
And because
so we knew each other.
And because of this 3-month period of stuff.
Yes.
I'm telling you, reality TV is no joke.
People said it. I never believed it. But I will always love her. So I have nothing bad to say. She was there at my wedding, the birth of my daughter. I mean, we have a lot of really wonderful moments together, and I try to focus on those because I know the Leanne that I know, and I didn't film with that Leanne. So I'm holding on to the person that I know and I love, and that that doesn't go away from me. But our lives did diverge over the last 8 years. I mean, I had a child, I was a mom, I had a business, I opened a second business. I mean, my life got very, very busy, and unfortunately, priorities change as we get older too. So it became harder and harder to have as much intimacy as we had previously in the years, and sometimes friends outgrow each other too, and that's okay. So I mean, as it is, like I said, I wish that wasn't the case, but it is where we're at, and I wish her the best, and Tiffany too. I wish them both the best.
Well, I can tell you this, and I'm sure we all know, in this town, friendships have a way of coming back.
Yeah. I have seen that happen.
Trust me, we see each other. There are too many galas, too many luncheons, too many host committees for us to be sitting on each other without eventually saying, "What was I mad at you about again?" Or what was it? And then so trust me, it'll all work out eventually. I hope.
I hope
if
so
not,
too.
season 2, Real Housewives of Dallas.